And you know how to do the zooming, the unzooming.
Yeah.
Intro.
What? Yahoo, Prof here. Screws behind the camera. We got ourselves
Hi.
the world's largest package.
Mm-hmm.
I lied. It's a smaller than average package.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The knife.
Got a knife.
Why are you using that knife?
Oh no, use my yellow one.
Does that have any sort of significance for what you're cracking open today?
Oh yeah. Same company.
Mm-hmm.
Tactical keychains. These though are made by the original owner because they're still a trial batch. I missed out on the all brass edition, but I woke up and made sure I was part of this drop, and I knew David would want one.
You know me so well.
So we've got our pens here. I got two of them. I bought two different designs. Boop. Oh, what's it there? Oh yeah, that's a spacer. You'll want to keep that because these are compatible with the pencil refills.
Huh?
Oh, did he not ship refills in them? He might not have actually shipped refills in them.
Sounds like something's in there.
Yeah, I think it's the spring. Spring.
Well.
Yep, see? Spring.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds like someone needs a refill.
Yeah, I do. Well, I have those ones at home, the,
Capless Rollerball. The Schmidts.
yeah, I have Schmidt Capless, and I have, starts with an M. Is it M? The gel ones, the needle points from the Smooth Operator.
Mm-hmm. Oto.
There you go. I was saying M because the oh yeah. Alright, I gave David his Muji pens.
Should probably lock your screen right now.
What?
Data in the background.
Yeah,
There you
we got Muji pens. So
Mhm.
Screw's got his now. We got a couple of each of these.
go. Mm-hmm.
I brought a couple into work just to, in case I forget the good pens, which I have done. Because obviously I forgot my microphone today. That was good.
Yep.
I didn't know these weren't coming with refills. Not the biggest thing. It's not like you and I don't have compatible refills. But this is yours. I thought you would want the rainbow one.
Yeah.
And I was correct. I ended up being. Yeah.
Yeah. Heck
So
yeah.
this spacer is, if you want to use, apparently these are also compatible with mechanical pencil inserts.
What the hell?
Yeah. So what it does though is this would replace the spring, so that when you not replace it, at least space it so like when you click it,
Yeah.
it advances
actuates the little mechanism so it squeezes down to
instead of
just a spring basically compressing and decompressing. Yeah.
So let's take a look at what
Interesting.
this
I'll have to check
This
a
one
look
is
at that
Denim.
mechanism. So it's like jeans. Well, I guess you're not getting that pen then. Well, end of the video, guys. Peace. It was nice seeing you all. I think he got it, or he broke something.
Got it.
Oh, there he goes. All right, he got it. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we're working with.
One singular packing peanut.
The tube.
It looks basically like the blue end of the rainbow, except darker.
Just gonna get real close.
Looks really good in the grip there.
Yeah.
That kind of purple.
Yeah. Snazzy.
Yeah, it's almost like a textured.
Yeah. So is it just like a different finish that he's using, or?
I think it must be the blue end, because remember these are titanium with brass ends on them, I think.
Okay.
And remember, like, this range is basically done by heat anodizing titanium.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get that color range depending on how hot you heat anodize it. Looks like the tip and butt are brass. Full brass. That's very similar to the one that Keras engineered. It's probably based on that. You remember who made the original of this?
Schmidt, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So it's probably based on The Schmidt version looks like he did the same thing that Kraus eventually did, where they made the whole thing out of brass.
I think Tactile Turn also did that too, because I think they had a click pen at one point as well.
Yeah.
And then I think Big Eye Design was also using something that they based off it as well. So a bunch of
Well, I think
pen
Tactile
companies.
Turn went away from it before they even got to, like, before
Yeah, I think
people
that was
figured out
when
how
they
to
were on
fix
the
it.
mover and the shakers.
Yeah.
And then I think that's when they went to like the
Let's
side
see.
click.
We got corduroy. You know,
Mhm,
here's the new
Just taking
Berkeys.
shoes off. Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's a little different. You know, I could see how denim's yeah. That's like a blue corduroy. Similar. Yeah, these are. I don't even remember what these were called. Do you?
No,
But this was a limited edition. I would say first run, second run.
I was actually surprised when I got the message. And you were just like, "Hey,
Yeah.
you got a pen coming." I was like,
What?
Okay."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh yeah, those guys."
Yeah, because I think we were both kind of reserved in not getting them because the original line was full brass,
Mm-hmm.
and they sold out in like 14 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
This time, if you wanted purple, it sold in 14 seconds. Turns out the reason why there was that he only had 4. So, yeah, I thought I'm glad I was right that you wanted the rainbow one because there were a lot of boring colors, and I'm like, oh, he's like the denim's the new finish, and you can only order one of each color. You know what I mean? So I could, otherwise I would have got like, I don't know if I would have got 2 denims, but and they were going fast, and I kind of had to make a decision, and I'm like, I don't want just plain titanium, or I think they had polished maybe or something. I was like, we'll pick up something with a little pizzazz.
Panache.
Yeah. So I'm like, I think David would like the rainbow one, and I'm glad I picked the right one. So,
Yeah.
I think you got a good like a grip silver to the blues, because all of his are kind of random. Some of them go blue on both ends.
You got a fade there.
So they're kind of random how he did them. He didn't make every rainbow one the same. Like the one that he made himself, I think had silver on both ends, and just like went silver to blue and then blue to silver, something like that, or it might have been the other way around. He's like that was the one he was gonna keep for himself. It was like it's a very good size. Like that is like if you guys like it's thin but not like LTT pen thin, right? But and it's like stumpy, but like not super short. I don't know how to.
It takes what, the International G2 refill?
Yeah, which is the Parker.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, probably got one in his pocket right now or some shit.
No, but I have one in my bag.
See, close enough. Actually,
I might have multiple.
You say that.
I might have multiple actually. Oh, look, he's got one.
Hold on.
Got an Otto in there.
No, not an
no.
Otto.
Zebra, Uniball.
Schmidt, Capless.
Oh, look at that. Man comes prepared.
It's a little.
Will it fit though?
It's a little. Yeah, I mean this is like a fucking straight rod.
Okay.
So I would hope so.
Okay.
The ones that usually doesn't fit are the ones that are. Oh, this is definitely bent. You see that?
I mean, it's got a little bit of wobble to it, yeah.
Alright, well, let's try and get her in there.
Put the spring on. Put the refill into the body. Barely.
Well,
Well,
the backside.
Well, folks.
No. So you're gonna have to use Parker's, like the actual. Well, not actual Parker ones, but like the
Just a warning. Your device is saying it's really hot.
Yeah, supposedly they're fixing that with the Pixel 9 Pro.
She's like, device is hot. Whoa.
Yeah, it's probably because using the autofocus. I noticed that with that camera. Same thing with that little Sony I use.
Yeah.
When you're recording in 4K, the more you use the autofocus, the hotter it's. Like,
I'm just letting rip.
seems right. Well, I'm just saying. By autofocus, I mean is if you're focusing on different things or changing, you're like I'm moving or like that sort of stuff.
Camera's working a little harder, huh?
So womp womp. This doesn't
take your Capless Schmidt.
Yeah.
Rip.
Oh, I thought I had, and
Now you gotta use an Otto.
well, we know for sure it's not gonna fit a.
Nope. Zebra, Uniball, whatever.
No, this is a Pilot. Hi-Tec-C click. I don't even make these anymore, I don't think.
That's not gonna fit. Guaranteed.
I don't like all those right anyway. The only good Hi-Tec-Cs are the OGs. You gotta get
Those
OG.
guys, huh?
Yeah. They write good.
They sure do.
But here, let's get a little close up here with
Yeah,
the macro mode. Come on, macro mode. We believe in you. There we go. We got macro mode going. The camera's not very bright. I think that's because we're on a white surface here. Maybe can I bring it up? Let's brighten that ish up. That should be like 2 stops. There we go. We got the Denim colorway, which is kind of like, it reminds me of the Fallout, but not as harsh. The threading on these brass ends feel real good, like real smooth. It's fine. I mean, I got some at home.
This is one I intend to keeping because I like these refills.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, I mean, at least you can get yours going. Yeah.
So.
All right. It's got the weird tip.
Yeah, I wanted an extra fine tip. Do they make those in Parker? Generally they don't. These guys do.
No, you can stick it in your pen there. Eh?
Alright, grab this guy.
That threads feel real nice. Like,
Yeah, it's like butter. Yep. Doesn't matter which way it goes.
I don't think so.
Usually one side is kind of.
I think it just matters that
That's a lot smoother. Alright, let's stick it out.
that my refill was too fat. Yeah, look, your refill is not too fat.
So we're gonna push down.
Spring's a bit long, I'd say, but probably needed for the.
Engages and then disengage. Alright, there we go. Oh god, yeah, that spring. Oh.
Something doesn't seem right there.
I don't think these are the correct refills. Balls. Let's take a look.
Check. 1 sec, we will resume. Alright, so I made a mistake. It's not the Parker refill, it's the Space Pen refill. David's got one in his. I have one in my Space Pen in my car that I could put in there, but like, I'll probably just buy a new refill for it.
She fits.
So, ta-da!
That's nice.
I mean, like, he always does a really good job milling them. You know what I mean? So.
The other end's basically secured in. Okay.
Not
bad.
And this was done by the original owner of Tactical Keychains, Brad. He sold it to the 3 brothers that own it now, but he does all the like development of the new stuff, basically. So that's why, and these ship directly from him rather than shipping from.
Look at Space Pen.
I literally can't see that.
Beep.
Yeah, so it's shorter than a.
And it's retractable.
Yep.
So it's not like I have to do this and.
Right.
Yada.
Like I said,
Nice.
it felt pretty short. I mean, and I like the mechanism it has because that's the same one Kuros uses.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's differently engineered because Kuros doesn't have the hole, or like the little what do you want to call that? Like the
A lot of it doesn't just come launching out of there.
the sort of hole in the top or whatever, the little like part here.
Yeah.
And he did it right. Like, it's fully made out of brass because that's what you have to do. Is you have to the mechanism inside. Because what they used to do is it used to be like, I remember, like a peg with like a ball bearing, and what happens is the ball bearing eventually just wears a groove into the groove, like an additional groove.
Yeah.
And the mechanism can't do the whole clicky clacky. But once you make it all out of brass, it's happy. That is something that Tactile Turn is doing with their new switch click, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
They made that mechanism of brass as well. They're like, we normally work in titanium, but just like with the side click, you're like, side click, yes, side click.
Oh, he's got the fancy ones. Miami.
And
then more Miami.
side click. So apparently the mechanism inside here, from here to here, it's all brass. Because I found that that's the most reliable, because it has brass or bronze. I forget which.
It's just plastic.
Yeah, I think they're milled out of like.
So you just take like a mechanism out of like a mechanical pencil and put it on there,
That or they make adapters for. Well, no, because you don't need the up down. It may be a Parker. That's where I may be confused. It might be a Parker size mechanical pencil refill.
That could be.
Because the advancement is you just pushing down. You know what I mean? Like, so it does. Like, you want the tip to stick out.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it that way. So I
Yeah,
think
so you
that's where
want
I
it
was
to
confused.
stick.
Is the Parker?
And then that engages when you push it like that.
Yeah.
Pushes
So
the gauge
the
up.
spacer is
So
to make it
let
so that
out.
you can still. So it's always clicked out, but you can still click it. Is basically the.
Yeah, you can kind of feel it when you push. Goes like that. Goes a little farther.
Yep, and that's because like he actually had his set up for mechanical pencil.
How's that supposed to work? For like a
Lead refill, you have to take the.
eraser.
You don't.
Yeah, well, lead, you just go like that and you just jam it back in. It's like a
Yeah.
mechanical pencil.
But yeah, for eraser, you shouldn't be using the eraser on the mechanical pencil anyway. That's there for like very small corrections, or you should be using a dedicated eraser.
I'm just saying, you know. Oh shit moment.
But yeah, so he did that. That's why I thought it had Parker compatibility. Is 'cause technically the mechanical pencil adapter he's using is the Parker one. So I was like, oh, why wouldn't the pen work then?
Snazzy.
Because I'm a derp apparently. That's why.
Gotta get my other one.
Oh, you got your. Oh yeah. By the way, if I didn't mention this, this is the TK switch, right? That's what it said. TK switch. Dude, that actually has really good fitment for the space pen.
Yeah.
There we go. So then people can actually take a look up real.
Yeah.
That fitment for the tip though on the space pen,
Yeah.
real good. So this is the TK switch. That's the new one, and this is the TK ink. This is the previous design. He also designed this one. I believe the initial design of this one was actually made before he even sold the company. Like he was sitting on it for a while. I always use it upside down like this with the clip up, just because I don't like the clip sitting on my.
Rubbing into your
Yeah.
flesh, basically. Yeah, cutting a hole through your flesh.
So, otherwise my hand gets hooked on it too, like here, like it gets hooked on the like
the
right,
grooves there.
yeah, or on the little bump, like like that's where my hand wants to sit, is like right in there.
Yeah.
So I just flip it over and read it that way. And I really do think it should be the other way. Like the screw should be on this side, because that's how you think about when you write with a pen. Or here, let's grab a thing. You write like this. You don't write like that.
Mm-hmm.
You write like this. So yeah, that was one thing. If you watch our original TK Ink video, I kind of mentioned that I think this thing should have been made the other way around. You know what I mean? Like,
Probably had problems for purpose, so sadly.
Yep. But at least it's not actually backwards like the LTT pen. I mean, for what they made out of it, I think that's still a pretty good pen.
Yeah.
Apparently they made 10,000 more because they sold out so quickly. Yeah.
They had 10,000 bad screwdrivers.
The whole
Like
the place that made the shafts made the entire batch right away.
How many? What was the batch?
It might have been like 50 or 100,000. They've sold a lot of screwdrivers, dude. And they still haven't sold through them all. Like, so, yeah, I'm gonna say that my design wise, not that this is bad. I just prefer this newer.
Yeah. It's snazzy.
I'll have to buy a space pen refill. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Like $6 for a refill. It's okay, you know.
But yeah, basically it could be out to here and it stays there, right? And what the spacer would do is actually space the top so you could still click the ink out, even though it's already extended. So that's why or how that would work. Interesting. I think you found that the 0.7 and 0.5 space pen refills were actually different sizes, or not space pen refills, mechanical pencil ones. I think he's like, I know 0.5 will work because that's how I designed it, but like the diameter on the barrel of the 0.7 is thicker, probably because they wanted to hold the same amount of lead or something.
Yeah.
So that may or may not work with it, but he knows for sure the 0.9 doesn't fit.
0.9's kind of an odd size.
It is an American mechanical pencil size. That's like the next most common in the U.S., whereas the rest of the world, the next most common is 0.3.
I'm pretty sure 0.9 is what an old like cross mechanical pencil I have uses.
Yeah,
It was like a vintage one from like the 60s or 70s.
well, yeah, and that you want to know why they did that? Because that's the smallest lead they could make back then. Because like the additives, like they didn't have the additives to make it like strong enough to not just break. Yeah. So, because they use like clay and all this other silica and whatnot. Graphite isn't graphite, guys. It actually would write very poorly if you used actual graphite to write. I feel like your refill is just slightly too thick. Because you watch right there, it gets hung up.
That's just what happens on Space One refills sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Bam. There you guys go. There is, oh, see this? It keeps going dim. I have to go here and I have to crank up the brightness. Right there. There's Denim. I'm kind of glad I got Denim. I just didn't have anything finished in that because he's like, oh, I made a new coat, or not like made a new coating, but like, it looks kind of like Fallout, but Fallout's usually more purple gray than that. And it's got like, I don't know if I can show it in the macro mode, but it's got like a cracked finish kind of to it. Kind of hard to show. But the machining on these, whew, that's some primo. You know, Brad like the OG at Tactile Turn, like he knows how to machine some metal. So, yeah, highly recommend their Tuck XL or Tuck HD, which has the notch for like cord and stuff like that. I carry this thing around, use it all the time. This is my daily carry one. If I know I'm doing rough stuff, I have my older one, which is the last batch that Brad made. And why is that my rough one? Because I used it when I worked at my previous job, and then it fell off in the Best Buy parking lot when I was going to pick up something for work, and it stood there for 8 hours, and it was fine after getting rolled over by, like, the clip was not fine. But Brad was impressed, so he sent me a new clip. He was like, oh, thanks for stress testing it. I'm like, of course. See if we can get on already. Well, guys, the Pixel 7 Pro overheated. Hopefully one of this, we got the Pixel 9 Pro on the way. So, supposedly, they specifically designed the cooling system in the new one to not do this, and they called out when recording in 4K. So they know this phone does this. That was part of the reason why I didn't go to the Pixel 8 too, because immediately reviews were like, yeah, if you record more than like 5-10 minutes of 4K, it's just going to overheat still. And I'm like, well, it didn't improve that. So we'll see you in the next one.